Steel City. Is everybody ready to go? Let's proclaim the greatest radio show.
Hello, Bucko fans. I'm your host, Jim Sella, in studio with Jay Dash. Gonna talk a little Bucko baseball. Thanks for tuning into the spread. What do we got, Dash? Talking about Garrett Cole. Should he start in the All-Star game, or should he be cut from the roster? Is that what I'm reading here?
Well, if I had to choose one of those two, I'm picking starting in the All-Star game.
All right, I'll give you that.
You hate Bob Nutting, but you have the question: should we cut him? I know you're joking, but that's blasphemy.
Cut Nutting. Let's do that.
Yeah, the question is: should Garrett Cole start in the All-Star game?
The answer is: are his stats better than the other guys?
Well, we're going to take a look at that. First off, let's mention the Pirates are sitting at 32-27, and they're 14-5 in their last 19 games. Now, the first win in that 19-game stretch was versus the New York Mets, and Garrett Cole started that game, and that was the stretch where the Pirates went 3 games with pitchers that had double-digit strikeouts. So that started the big stretch. It was Garrett Cole's big outing versus the Mets. Now, on the season, Garrett Cole is 9-2. Now, his 9 wins is first in the NL. His 1.73 ERA, first in the NL. He has a 1.10 whip. In 78 innings pitched, he allowed 67 hits, just 15 earned runs, 4 home runs, 2 coming in the same game, 19 walks, and 86 Ks, which ranks 6th in the NL. And look, he's averaging 98.8 pitches per start now. That's not bad.
Starts. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, 10 out of 12. That's what you're going to see from your ace.
What I like the most about Cole, sorry to interrupt you, is he gets pissed off when he throws a bad pitch or makes a bad play. He also gets pissed off when his teammates do it, and not at them. You know what I mean? He's not mad at them, but he is such a competitor that this guy wants 0 mistakes and total perfection, and you got to love that out of your ace.
Well, yeah, look, he lost at Chicago, okay? That was his last loss. They lost the game 4-1. He went 6 innings pitched, allowed 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk with 8 Ks. So he still pitched a great game, but they lost that game. And like you said, he gets pissed. After that, he went 4-0 in 4 starts since, spanning 29.1 innings pitched, 24 hits, 2 earned runs, both solo homers versus Miami, 6 walks, 33 Ks. So he took that loss, and he really got pissed and just took control of the team every time he's out there on the mound.
Put the team on his back, though.
He's allowed more than 2 earned runs just twice this season. Both of them came versus Cincinnati. He allowed 3 earned runs in 5 innings pitched in both outings. The Bucs lost both those games. They actually lost 3 games that he pitched this season. So they won 9 and lost 3. Not bad. And me speaking of that 98.8 pitches per start, if you look, he went 100 or more pitches in 4 of his last 5 starts after going 100 or more pitches just once in his first 7. So it looks like now is the first time the Pirates are actually taking the training wheels off of Garrett Cole and letting this guy go out there and try to be the Cy Young type pitcher that he can be.
This kid's got all the talent, so you got to let him. They like to limit innings from their starting pitchers, but if he's still your best option at 90 pitches compared to Bastardo, I mean, come on.
Oh, it isn't going to be Bastardo.
You leave him in there. Well, no, I don't mean in the rotation. I just mean if he's at 90 pitches in inning 7, you're not putting one of them garbage pitchers from the bullpen in. Screw that.
He's been dominant all year. 0 or 1 earned run in 7 of his 12 starts this season. 3 starts allowing 2 runs, and then the 2 starts where he allowed 3 runs. But really, his last start, it was against Atlanta. It was really the first game that he really didn't have command of all his pitches, but he still went 7 innings, 6 hits, no earned runs, 3 walks, and 7 Ks. It did take him a career-high 116 pitches to get through those 7 innings, and it was the only time this season he threw more than 2 walks, and you could just tell he wasn't on his game, but still, he is so good that he can keep runs off the board when he's not on top of his game.
All he's got to do is wake up in the morning.
But here, let's take a look. This is pretty much for Cy Young and for the starter in the All-Star game if you're looking at it, because these are the best pitchers in the National League right now. You got Garrett Cole, Shelby Miller, Zach Greinke, A.J. Burnett, Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom, and Michael Wacha to a lesser extent, I guess you could say. But Cole, he has more wins than any of them. Like I said, he's first in the NL with 9 wins. His ERA is better than any of them with a 1.73 ERA.
Burnett could have a couple more wins. The Buccos lost like a couple one-run games he pitched in early in the season.
I tell you what, though, the Buccos made up for it. He pitched back-to-back games where he let up 4 earned runs in like 5 2/3 or something. The Pirates actually gave him 2 wins in both those games, so they made up for it. It kind of evened out a little bit. And Burnett, 6-2 right now, not bad at all. But Gerrit Cole's WHIP is 110 right now. There is 4 of these 5 players I mentioned, besides Wacha, do have lower WHIPs than him. Burnett is the only one with a higher WHIP. Innings pitched, 3 players out of these 5 have more innings pitched than Gerrit Cole. 3 of them have less hits allowed than Gerrit Cole. No one has less earned runs allowed than Gerrit Cole. 3 of them have less walks allowed than Gerrit Cole, and only 1 has more strikeouts than him, and that is Max Scherzer. And he is really the only guy I look at here and can say, you know what, maybe he should start the All-Star game. Maybe he is in the lead for the early Cy Young voting right now. This guy is dominating. He's only 6-5. His ERA is lower than Cole's, like I said, at 2.13 ERA, but he only has an 0.95 WHIP. He's thrown more innings than any of these guys, 84.1 innings. Every one of these guys made 12 starts, by the way, so it's all equaled out here. And Scherzer only allowed 67 hits, the same amount as Cole, but yet pitched 6.1 more innings, although he did let up 5 more earned runs. But still, look at this walk-to-K rate. 13 walks to 97 Ks in 84.1 innings. That is as elite as it comes, and maybe one day Cole will be doing that. Just he's not quite there yet. I still believe Cole can get better, but when you look at the numbers from top to bottom, I think Cole has the best numbers.
He's got a shot at 20 wins. There hasn't been a Pirate pitcher to do that in a while.
Yeah, it has been a while. But really, if you think about it, man, who was the last pitcher in Pittsburgh that was better than Gerrit Cole? I mean, Doug Drabek was a great pitcher, but I'd rather have Gerrit Cole than Doug Drabek.
What about Denny Nagel?
Denny Nagel, I don't think he even compares. Tim Wakefield.
Chris Benson.
No, Benson, no. Listen, before Doug Drabek, Doug Drabek was probably the best up until Gerrit Cole. If you want to say he's better than Cole, that's fine, but you'd have to go way back into those 70s teams.
John Smiley?
No, Drabek was better than Smiley, for sure. Drabek was a Cy Young winner, man. Smiley was in the middle of our rotation.
He was smiling a lot.
He was, while Bob Walken was walking a lot.
Believe it. Oh. I would let Cole start.
Yeah, I think he deserves to start this All-Star game. And really, I just mentioned the numbers from everybody. I wouldn't want Shelby Miller starting the All-Star game, I tell you that. Max Scherzer or Zach Greinke. One of those two I'd give the nod to over Cole if you're going to choose anyone. But
the Nationals really let Scherzer down so far this year. 5 losses, and he's got a 2.13 ERA.
Yeah.
You've got to win those games.
They had a ton of injuries, man. It was tough on him, but, you know, he's going out there and pitching well every night, so things will turn around for him, and you know the Nationals be at the top of that
not
division.
him. I'm not saying it's not his fault that he lost those 5 games, but you have a 2.13 ERA and a WHIP under 1. It's not really your fault usually when you lose.
Well, look at division rival Jacob deGrom playing for the Mets. He's 2.42 ERA, sitting at 7-4. That's not too great either.
Nope, garbage.
But really, if you want to give A.J. Burnett the start because he's retiring at the end of the season, you can do that too.
I love Burnett, so I wouldn't be opposed to that.
But moving forward, Gerrit Cole, look, his numbers so far this season have been beast.
12 starts. How many starts do you think he'll get over the year?
A little over 30, 33, 35 maybe at most.
So if he gets 35 starts and wins 9 out of every 12... he might end up with somewhere around 25 wins.
Yeah,
25 to 27 wins.
But look what he has up next. He has Philly tomorrow on Saturday. It's a 4:05 start. You're looking at that and saying there's another win for you. Philly's garbage. And then you got at the White Sox on June 18th. They're not the greatest team this season. So you think Cole has the advantage there. But then after that, his 2 losses, Came against Cincy, and that's who he faces off against.
Dun, dun, dun.
So let's see how he does against them. That's going to be a big start for him. See if he can get over that hump. He's went 10 innings in 2 starts, let up 6 earned runs against them this season.
Brutal.
It's not even that bad either, you know? It's like, that's his bad outings.
That's a good outing for Locke.
I mean, if I got that out of Locke, I'm happy. If you get that out of Cole, you're like, eh. You know what I mean? But that's the difference between the number 1 and the number 5 also.
That and their paycheck.
Please believe. Well, right now, I mean, Cole probably isn't making too much money. He will.
Yeah, stupid rookie deals.
He will make a ton of money.
Well, that wraps it up. Thank you, fans, for listening. Thank you, Dash, for coming in studio. Fans, you can follow us on Twitter at bet_the_spread. You can follow me on Twitter at betjimthewin. Check out some great articles from Dash on our website at thespreadnews.simplesite.com. Like us on Facebook and keep helping us build up that YouTube subscription.